Hey, what's going on? As I was making this, I was really hoping that I had the microphone on. I might not have. But in case I did, then it's all good. But I got a feeling that I might not have done it, which would very much suck. I'm just zooming in on the lead character here, the wolf. Okay. Anyway, I do have him maxed. I had him maxed out. I did sketches to where some of the fur pattern would be. All right. Let's just hope for the best, because I really don't know. Anyway, all right, and I'll start to darken in the areas of Mr. Wolf where I know it's quite dark. All right, which is like around by his mouth here. I'll get the strokes and everything, and the kind of the hairs and whatnot. I'll put them in a little bit later. And a little bit right here. So I'm just fleshing out the direct black. It's not going to appear black right now because I put so much water in it, but that's okay. Because as I go over with the grays and stuff like that, some of it's going to get covered up, but that's okay. I'm going to definitely darken in where his nostrils would be. His nostrils are jet black, and even though his nose is black, it will be similar to a almost like a gray and dry brush some of his the little bumps of skin on his nose. Okay, but basically whatever is super dark black, I'm gonna do that first, even on the rim of his eyes. Now, as you can see, a lot of his eyes is taped, and that's fine. That is fine. Because once I peel the tape off, we can strengthen that. But right now, I'm just getting a general outline of this wolf's eyes. Like so. Not too many patches, believe it or not, that are super dark black on him. You'd be surprised. By his ear here, definitely black. And it kind of feathers out, gets thicker and feathers out. But we'll deal with all of that. But right now, mainly anything that's pretty much black on him, I'm gonna just ink that in. Like I said, I may be going over it again. Because like I said, there's certain areas on him that are fairly dark. And I can't really do too much super detail with the jet black until I put the rest of the gray in. But I can put the massive blocks of black that he may have. He or she, don't know what gender. Just like so. And just be careful around the area of the rock here. Like I say, this will be more of a solid color. Once I go over it again, I'll be going over these again. So it's kind of no biggie right now. Okay. A lot of other stuff is either light gray or white. Let's do something with his nose here. His nose is black, but I'm going to give the appearance of, I'll give the appearance of black, but it's going to be just a very dark gray. You'll see the difference once I put once I flush it out here. All right, and here we go. Okay. so. All right, and I'll just darken it in a little bit. It's going in reverse. This should be darker, but I'll work it out. I just didn't put enough white in it, but that's okay. I think you guys can see this fairly well, so my head is not in the way. I am going to lighten all of this in a second or two, because actually where the lightest part of his nostrils is in reverse, but we will get it done. We'll work in it. All right, let's get a little white, mix it in there a little bit. All right, don't worry, it will get darker. It will get darker. As you see, it's starting to set in right now. And I'll keep working at it here. See, it's slowly getting there. Didn't do anything particularly special to it. It's just me, the white. This is craft paint, and it's just mixing in with the black that's on here. So the more I put it in here, the darker it's gonna get. Okay, now that I did that, now I will circle. I will surround some dark patches in there like that. Come around like this, just like that. Around here on the side a little bit like this, just like that. There, soften it up a little bit, but something like that. Okay. I'm just kind of there. Now that I did that, I'm going to go with the thicker paint, nothing but solid black where it's nostrils, the inside of the nostrils there. Then you can see the difference in the black now. See? All right, and there we go. Much like so, and I can really darken in this part here, but something like so. Okay, as far as everything else is concerned, just got patches of white and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to get a, I should do a, I really should do a filbert for the rest, but we're going to just mess with, this round brush. Can you see my hand? Yes, you can. I'm just getting a patch of light gray like that. A little bit lighter though. Just add more white paint. Just keep adding the white paint to it. This should be fine. Okay, and here we go. So we'll start patching this guy in. All right, and I'm just really blocking in color on this guy, the different variations of grade. I'm gonna ironically do where it's gonna be white, just like this. Okay, and I'm gonna go with the hair strokes of where they would be, more or less up around here where his nose is, all under here where the majority of it would be more or less white. So right now all I'm doing, what you see me doing here, is just blocking in the light color here. That's all. It will appear kind of white by the time I'm done. So basically anything that's more or less kind of white on him is what I'm aiming for here. Like I said, I'll get to the fine tuning and all that a little bit later. Right now what you're doing really is blocking in the wolf's color, just like that. Just blocking things in here or there, just like so. All right, here's a little bit of a patch of some kind of lightness there, but all around where his, all around in here, fur undoubtedly takes time to do all of this. I'm just blocking, like I say, I'm blocking in right now, so I'm not really concerned about being overly exact. It's not really necessary right now. I am just blocking in the shapes and whatnot, and being very mindful where I am with this in the strokes. Okay. I'm just twirling the brush around. I know I got some on the side here. Okay, this will all come together. You'll see. You'll see. Like I say, I'm doing the lighter colors right now, which would be almost represented as white. You can't tell right now because most of the wolf right now is white. So you really can't tell what on earth I'm doing right now. Okay. But there is a method to my madness. Trust me. Just like so. And I'm gonna keep it going. Keep it going. Let's see here. He's got some coming out this way like this. Just patch it. Okay. And I'll bring it up like so. All right. I'm still working at it here. Go over the black a little bit, almost like a dry brush. It's okay. All up in here, a little bit of it in here, just like that. All sorts of characteristics going on with his fur. But right now, like I said, I'm just blocking stuff in. We'll get to more finer detail as we move along here. Just like so. And as you see what I'm doing, I'm more or less filling it out. It'll become more and more of his wolf characteristics the deeper I get into this. And all I'm doing basically is just blocking in the color on this guy. Okay, getting some white, a lot more white. Now I'm getting some black. I'm gonna mix it in because we're gonna get a darker gray. I need more of it. There, that should be good. Okay, this will pretty much darken the rest of this guy. Anything else, like I said, this is all me just blocking in stuff right now. Anything else will be pretty much this color. All right, more or less. Okay, and we're gonna get right onto it here. I'll outline his ear. It's got a nice fine little outline there for his ear. So I just got to be careful with the outline here, so I don't go too much. I don't want to go too much into the color of. There we go, something like so. I gotta also be careful because there are some patches that are still a little bit wet. Alright, so I'm just being mindful of that too. Pop some of that in there like that. Go around the other rim of his ear. As his stuff gets more and more tacky, there, as it gets a little more tacky. Alright, something like that. And like I said, I'll more or less start blocking in stuff because the rest after this is more of his wolf pattern shape. Okay, and the majority of it is going to be this grayish tone, and we'll get more and more fur-like as we move along here. And when you do animals, just be mindful of where the muzzle is, how it looks. Okay, you got to go pretty much in the path, in the direction of the fur on his face. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. A lot of this, it may contain a little bit of dry brush or whatnot. I'm just blocking it all in. It will get fine-tuned as as we move along. I don't particularly care for doing wild animals for this very reason. I just don't like to paint all this fur. It's just I'm not an animal artist, and I just don't really want to contend with all the fur, to be perfectly honest with you. As I'm doing this, because acrylic paint, it all depends on the temperature of your room, what kind of paints you got, but it will start to thicken up on you, which is a good thing. That's cool. Yep, you'll be going a little bit outside the line because, wolves don't have perfectly cropped hair. Okay. That is just don't work that way. Okay, I'm gonna do some more blocking in here. Let's go up this way. Just like that a little bit. Just block it in. I'm gonna come we're gonna come on the inside here. Just like that. This is his ear. All up in here. Just like so. There's no white patches up there. Like I say, each wolf is different, but he definitely does not have any white patches there. Alright, I'm just blocking him in. All the rest will come. Block it right in, all up in here. I'll be using a lot of what you call the fan brush when it comes to doing all that fur and everything. Okay, I'm gonna get a little touch of white because that part gets a little bit lighter. So I'm just lightening up the shade a little bit right up in here. Gets a little lighter up in there. Just like that. Of course you can't really tell, but it is. He got a little bit of kind of gray happening up in here, especially up in the front of his mouth. Just be careful where the black is. Just like that. Go right up into the nose a little bit. Try brush some of that pattern in there like that. Underneath is particularly dark, right up under here, like this. Alright. Just like that. Put it right in there. A little bit more. I'll be returning some of that black in there too. Okay. We're still blocking this fella in, up around in here. Just like that. Block it right in. All that gray. Just be careful where his Yes, I did run out. That will tend to happen on you. Just mix it up the best you can to the previous shade. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm just getting a little touch of black here. And remember, as it dries flat. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The paint's getting tacky, which is good. That means that it dries just that much faster. Okay, block it in red and block it in, block it in. All that good stuff right up in there, like that. Just blocking it in. All up in here. Block in your creature's color. You don't have to do it in the time that I'm doing it. You can add a whole lot more dedication and time to this. All right. Remember, that's just the block in stage you're looking at here. All right. I'm just darkening one patch here, up around in here. That's like just darken it in. You're painting it as in clumps of fur, just like that. All right, just like so. Okay. La 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 la. He's got a little darkness up in here too. We'll start fine tuning some areas soon. Like so. He's got a little brighter white right around in this area here. So we're gonna kind of like that. Alrighty then. Now he's pretty much blocked in fairly well. All the main things that I needed him blocked in for is already blocked in. Alright. Now that I got this guy blocked in the way I do, alright, now I'm going to take a small fan brush. This is where the fun comes, sweetheart. We're going to do it in sections, okay, and you're going to do it to where the fur lies, alright, and we're going to start with its lighter color first. I'm going to get plenty of it, alright. Get it as close to the color as you can. I'm going to get a little bit of water and loosen up this already thin paint. You're going to want that. Trust me. Alright. We're going to work around in here. And make sure, if you want, you can go in reverse, bring some of that. It's not light enough. Not light enough. Hold on. Not light enough. Got to make a distinction between what I've laid down there. Okay, this might work. We're about to find out right now. And you're going into the dark, just like this. Go into that dark, which helps add in the striations of your wolf there. Okay. Like so. Get some more. Come on the other side. And you'll get it. You'll get the striations. Some of the striations are longer than others. Keep doing it. And be careful where you are. Okay. Get a little black in here. Okay. Come out this way. See those stripes there? All that working in there like that. Like so. And we're going to come around in this way. Curve some of that up in here. Just a little bit. And we're going to be building off of this, so don't fret. And we're going to come up this way a little bit. Even if you got some of the dark in there now, you'll see what happens when I put some of the light areas in there. We're going to come around like that with this guy. And we're going to come this way. Patch it all. Alright. I'm cleaning off the brush. While some of it still is kind of semi-wet. Alright. I'm going to dip my brush into a little bit of nothing but white. Alright, it's going to mix in a little bit. Like so. And add a little curvy patch in there like that. Even if it's like a dry brush. Alright, but you're going to keep working at it. Working at it, working at it. Come up in here. Just like that. Okay. Oh, right underneath where some of that black would be. Just like that. Just white right underneath. Like that. And we're going to come swing around a little bit. It's going to come that way. All right. Still looking at it here and there. Yes, it is dark around these edges here. Just like that. Curve some of that around like that. Getting some more and coming back into working some of that area. See, you'll be overlapping a lot. All right. That you will be doing. Getting some more, another tone of gray, getting a little bit of water, because you're really dealing with the tip of the brush. All right. So I'm going to come here like that, and we're going to get some smaller ones. Sometimes all you got to do is tap it. Okay, we'll get some, come more like a point there, up and around in there. We're going to curl some of that light color up out here. Just like that, and come on around. You see how you slowly start building up the creature's fur? Okay, it's going to happen more and more as you get the paint fine, more and more fine. All right, and it's really kind of dark on the edges here, almost like a black up around here. Very fine lines like that, and we're going to have some of those lines come downward, just like that. All right, so you're really working at it here, getting some of those peaks up around in here. And very slight, like so. Come up around here a little bit, like that, and up around in here. This is the center part, right there. Come around, like that. And it comes, and then it works its way downward. Like so. Same thing up around in here. Come around, keep going around, just like that. Like so. He's got let's get a little bit of white. And he's got a little variation in color. Come on in here. of variations of gray, like so. And he's got these little dots coming up in here, represent some of that prickly fur, like that. Yep. Bring some white in there. It mixes in with the gray, so it's got a little salt and pepper thing going on over there. I'm using some of that to bring some of the whiskers downward, like that. Okay. That's a little white, nice little patch right in there. Come up into the dark a little bit. Go into the opposite direction with some of that darker gray rather. Like so. Let's bring some of that back, lighten some of that up. More like a dry brush than anything. Okay, it is gradually darker up here. So get a little touch of water, a little more black, and small little strokes, small strokes. And keep going right up here. Small little strokes. Going with the curve. Brings in it right up on the top up there. Just like so. Like so. I'm going to use the end of the brush up in here with the tufts of his ear, some of it, like that. Come over here, tufts of his ear. Come up in here like that. Just like that. I'm still checking it out, looking at what I'm doing here. Various tones and shades of gray. Alright. Come up around here. Just a different shade of gray up around in this area. Get some white. And pop some of that in there like that. Scoop around. So it's mixing in with that gray a little bit. We're going to outline those ears too. I'm going to strengthen up that black in his center of his ear there. He's got some stuff happening right in here. Just like that. Strengthen the inside there. Oh, we're going to come out like that a little bit. And I think we're going to come up under here a little bit. Just like that. You're going to patch it like this. Just like that. Get it away from the rock though. Rub it out of the rock. Alright, she's slowly coming forward here. Just straighten out that edge here. The edge of his hair is black there. Alright, so it's kind of neat looking. Like that. Alright. And we got some dark coming right up around in this area. Just like this. Okay. As you can see, I'm building and building and building the fur patterns. And you're going to mix in the different variations and tones of the gray, black and white. There's different tones of this stuff. There we go. Just like that. That was too strong. Get some of that out of there. Still checking out various parts. Some needs to be toned in a little bit. Some needs to be brought out a little bit. All right. It's getting a little more black. Very lightly, very lightly. Just build in those stripes a little bit, those strokes. Just like that, just a little bit. Now, if you think it's heavy-handed, you're gonna go lighter again, and you're gonna bring those strokes back. I'm just getting a little more lighter gray. See, you can kind of tone some of that down a little bit, not too much, because he's still a wild, woolly-looking thing. All right. Okay, let's get a little bit of the white. We're going to tone, neaten up some of that there. Okay. Remember, we're going to bring that black back over there, so that I'm not too worried about. We can darken some of this here up in here. Shape that up a little bit. That's where his muzzle, the bottom part of his muzzle is. All right. There's a patch of dark gray I'm gonna get right up here around his muzzle, right up in here, and it just kind of stops right there. Bring this out a little darker here, like that. Don't want to get rid of all the white that I just had, but what I can do with that, a little touch of white paint. Wipe some of that off. Pure white right in there, just like that. Bring some of that back. Bring some of that back too, just like that. And bring some of that white back. It's just a little patch of white right up in there. Just like that. And we got another little patch of white right here on the other side. Just pure white. Pure white. Right up in here. Put that little dot in there like that for him. Okay. And getting another brush. Excuse me. A lot of building up and taking away, and building up and taking away, building up and taking away. He's got a white patch right here by his eye. patch that comes out here too, which kind of brings out his muscle a little bit. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Still looking at him. Let's get some of that black back, because that's also what's missing on this guy. So let's go to our script liner. I know I just had it in my hand here. Thicker paint. And we're going to bring some of that black back right up in here. His muzzle right up in here. And up around here. It's got to look a little peak right there. As I'm looking, it's black here. It skips. It's up around here. Because that also brings in the animals right in there like that. It shapes his muzzle, where his mouth is, all that good stuff. Right up in here, fairly dark. Right up in here, that's where his mouth is. I'm turning the brush around because no, I got none. I'm using the thicker black paint here. There we go. He's got like a right up in here is kind of like that. It shapes his, it is actually dark like that, just like this. And like that. It brings it around much like that. Okay. Little fine tuning here and there. Mr. Wolf. Okay, I'm just gonna wet this black up a little bit. All right, and we're gonna go into fine tuning some areas here on this guy. Very thin hairs. This comes in, comes out a little bit. They're in groups. Okay, so just remember when you're doing stuff like this that it's in separate groups. Okay. Some of the hairs are thin and they're dark. This one here has dark edges. This wolf. Okay, I'm gonna start. I have to put a little more water in the black paint here to get those. All up in here. Definitely not much as in straight lines with this black fur. Okay. Definitely not. Like I said, doing animals, it just takes a lot of time. But it was requested of me, and so I'll do it. I hope it's satisfactory. I hope you like it. All right, got a black outline here, a little bit of one there like that. Some of it's just a little touch. Just be careful. All right. Yes, he's got bits of dark popping in here too. A single line at a time, still going with the grain of his patterned fur. But he's got a little bit of it coming up in here. Yes, you'll be doing a whole lot of this to get him right. Anyway, Okay, a little bit of water. I'm going into the different colors here, still with the script liner. And very carefully, just like that. Do it in patches, like so. Okay, still looking, still checking out certain things here. You'd be surprised what's actually, I mean, really, really you'd be surprised what's really gray coming out as far as shading and stuff. You'd be surprised. Coming inward, like so. Okay, still looking, still checking things out. Okay, we're going to take that tape off because I can pretty much spend forever doing this with this. Oh, wait. I can't spend forever doing this creature, and I really don't want to, but you do get the gist of it. Wait a minute. He got some bright white patches coming through here. Careful, just be careful with it and try to get it to curve just like that. He does have a little bit of straggles, white ones out here like that. Got a little bit of something white hanging up here. Not too much else anywhere. Really, not up there by his ears. Okay. Now I'm gonna start glazing some color on this guy for depth and whatnot. All right. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna bring out my glaze here. I'll just pop open the hood here, the lid. Take a flat brush. I'm gonna come right here. And we're going to get a little of that dark gray, pop it right in there like that. So we're going to glaze some dark gray in spots. Okay, because he's pretty much got some dark hanging around in here. Okay, and all up in here like this. And see, I'm going to very coyly pop in just like that. And you could just kind of flare it out a little bit there. He got some stuff working in here, give him some extra shadow up in here by his ears. See how I'm working that glaze in there like that? Huh? This like that. And it tones down a lot of the maybe darkness that might have been too dark. See how you can frame his face in a little bit, especially up around here where it's kind of in shadow. Up around in there, definitely in a little bit of shadow. Get a touch of black because he's got a little deeper shadow in there, like so. Up around in here, it's a little darker, just like that. Up under here, it's a little darker. Just a little bit. It's like that. Another little touch of black going into the glaze again. Excuse me. and just flare it out a little bit. Come all up in here. It's a little darker in there. I'm just flaring it out a little bit. Get some more. All up in here. A little darker. You can go even darker. Watch. Just getting a little more black. All it does, what glaze does, is to make things, make it a little more transparent. It's gonna be a little transparent. You'll still see it. When it dries, you're still movable. You still move it around. Just like that. All right. So that kind of brings him out a little bit. Okay. All right. Deepen that a little bit. Tone some of that down up there. Just like that. Still looking. Still looking. Okay. I think we're getting there. Like that. I want a little more of a shade of dark up around his muscle here. Right up in here. Bring that down so that really outlines his muscle a little bit. A little more glaze here into the black. Thin it a little bit. Like that. There we go. Much like that. A little bit more in here. Definitely darker around in this area. So I'll bring some of that up around in here. Okay. And it got a little depth to his ear up around in that area like that. I'm gonna deepen up in here a little more. Like so. It's like that. Up in here, all it does is bring out his face a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna work on his eyes. So we're kind of narrowing things down a little bit here. So hold on for 1 second. I gotta get out the X-Acto knife here, and we're gonna slowly, methodically I have to be careful because I don't want to take it looks like that's gonna happen. Yep, I don't want to do that. It's gonna end up taking up the paper. This is one of the drawbacks of it's gonna do it anyway. I might as well take it. Yeah, took out the iPad and everything. It's that smooth paper that does it, but hey, what can you do? Let's see if I can save this one. Something tells me that's not gonna happen. I can tell by the way it's coming off. No. Nope. It's just gonna come right off. Yep. All right. took the poor guy's eyes out. But we can return them. We can return them. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, let's get some gray. I guess get some water first. And we're going to lighten up this gray a little bit. Actually, I did that wrong. We're going to get some black. I'm gonna tell you why here. We're gonna outline his eyes. Almost comes to a point. Alright, and then we're gonna slowly block that in. Like that. It does come to like a weird looking point like that. Getting some more black. Going into the black here, I can't even play around with this. Getting some water, gotta have an inky consistency because the smooth paper is gone. Now I got texture in the most crucial part of this thing. But all of this is dark, like this. It comes to a point. Like that. Do the same thing here also. Little curve and then. Alright. And once again, right in here, get that curve. Pitch black comes to a point. There's no semblance of white anywhere. It's got to be pretty strong. Like so. Then, because when you circle the corners of his eyes, that's actually his iris is doing also. There's no semblance of white in those eyes. Not like what you would think. Okay. Let's go with some deep, nothing but jet black here. Watch this. Tightest little circle of pitch black, just like this. I'm gonna do the pupils first. They gotta be a certain circumference. And because it's gotta be the appearance that he's not looking up but looking dead at you. Alright. He's looking dead in your face and he's not happy. I am going into my yellow ochre. Gotta water it down because yellow ochre is fairly thick stuff. Okay, and here we go. I'm putting some of that wet black into the ochre. That little spot right there can go away. That's not needed. Alright. Same thing here. Even if I had to do it like a little dot of paint at a time. Like I said, there's no smoothness here. It's all textured because the paper was ripped off. But that's okay. Be really careful. Still looking at it here. that out of there. You can go away there. Strengthening up that black there. I'm going to get a little bit of ochre, a little tiniest bit of black in that ochre. And I'm going to kind of darken up the upper half here and bring it down here. Like a little bit of a shadow there. Like that. Getting some more of it. Going on the other side. Like that. You might not see it, but it is there. Still looking at it here. Alright. Let's go back into the white. Let's go back into the white paint and the and here we go. More snow. Got some snow around his face. Just like this. Put it around his little wolf face here. Like that. So it just incorporates him into the painting a little more. But he's in there. Alright, we're good. We're good. But you can see how much time that was devoted into this video. You can imagine if you really concentrated and took your time. And it takes a great amount of time to do this stuff. I'm just making his eyes black, no snow, no nothing around it. There. His eyes, his pupils, I want just coal black. It's like this. So his eyes are piercing. They're looking dead in your grill. Like that. So it's weird to have the whole scene. I'll draw back here. Have the whole scenery, all right, it's full of snow, but the creature itself is looking dead in your face. I might have to get rid of this white here. There. Make some of that disappear. So he's just got cold white pupils. I'm gonna have to strengthen that black on the corner. Right in here. All right, I think we got it here pretty much. All right. Okay, let's throw my signature in here somewhere. I'll put it right here. I thank you for checking this out. I hope it helps those who are interested in drawing or painting fur, and whatnot. Fur is meticulous. It is. I'm not even gonna lie. You really gotta love, animals and love what you're doing to get that involved in painting them. Truly, because it is something you really can't half do. Really can't. There. Okay, I think we're fairly okay here with this fella. I'm gonna take off the tape and call it a night. Oh. let's see what we got here. I hope this helps somebody, because I forgot who it was that needed the assistance with the wolf. Here, I'm still looking at it in various spots, thinking that it can use a slight tune-up. If I can get the enough of the I don't know if this is gonna help. It should a little bit, just a little bit there, because I can wipe a lot of that away. Because a little bit of it was a little too dark for me, or too light. It's like that. It kills some of that. It's like bring it upward, bring it outward. There. Kind of tones it down a little bit. Maybe up around in here. Just tone a little bit of that down. Just like that. Bring it up here by his eye a little bit. Curve that a little more. Okay, I think we're pretty much set here. I can stop playing with it. All right. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope this helps. Hope it was good enough for you to see how you can continuously build on this and all of that. Let me know what you think in the description below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys got to say about this fella. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and I shall see you soon.